We're back.
And I think I had us muted, so I don't know if anybody heard anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if anybody heard anything. We got to do it again. Rewind it.
Okay. Listen, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together.
You would think after
What number is this?
I don't know. Enough to know that I ought to unmute the microphone.
Yeah.
But luckily there's a luckily the StreamYard, or there's some part of this platform that is smarter than I am that said, "Hey, Demi, your mic is muted."
Yeah, well, that's nice.
So yeah, so I'm grateful.
It's nice to have a good sidekick.
Yeah,
that's smarter than you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, you ought to know that. You ought to know
I'm
that.
just saying. I wouldn't know, but it must be nice. It must be nice.
You ought to know that.
All right.
All right. It is January the 25th.
It's still January.
Still, but January is almost gone.
Somebody today said, "How many months in January?" Like, has this felt like a long January?
Yeah, it has. It's felt
not to me. It feels pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like short. That's what. Yeah.
It felt like it was pretty quick. But a lot has happened. We did a lot in January. We celebrated New Year's Day. We've had a busy MLK weekend with our MLK committee. We celebrated a birthday. The following weekend, you went and did another MLK committee. So we've been kind of ripping and running, which is typical. It's typical.
It's been busy.
But yeah.
Been real busy. Miss Carol, always good to see you. One of our faithfuls.
She is.
So are we ready for this?
For what? I mean, we're live, so we got to be ready.
Okay. All right. Well, we're fixing to add to the program without any introduction. Hold on. It's always good to see you, bro.
He is the founder of Love is Apparel. He is out here.
Kelli cut off.
Value-based. Oh, is that me? Is it? I am.
Change the layout so we can see y'all.
Hold on.
There you go.
There we go. My fault.
He's trying to get rid of me. He's trying to cut me off.
So hold on, Jay. So not for DJ, but for anyone, this is how I feel when we do selfies. Because somebody always says, "Let's do a selfie," and they're like this. Hey, come on, get in for this selfie. And I feel like I'm always on the edge.
Listen.
To be fair though, she treats everybody that way. It'd be her whole face and a sliver of whoever she doing the selfie with, just to be fair.
Real Aries energy. The horns lead. I center me. It's okay.
I mean,
protect me. Center me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yes. But yes, so before Jay said you were cut off the screen. Yes, founder of Love is Apparel, out here doing great things. Our friend Mr. J. Dwayne Garnett, always good to be to have you around, to be around. What's TikTok doing?
I don't know, but we can't.
Okay.
I don't know. We have.
I feel like I see y'all every day.
We're gonna viewer.
I feel like I see y'all every day.
It's getting to be that.
What committee are we on?
Right.
Which committee meeting is this?
Listen, if people only knew the ghost committees we were on.
Yeah, there you go.
If they knew the ghost committees, like they see some things that we're doing, but there's a whole lot that's going on in the background because we are here stomping the ground. So.
Yes.
But did y'all already go and recognize that Kelli was featured in the magazine? Did y'all going to say that already?
We haven't said that. We haven't said that yet.
We didn't do nothing. We hadn't figured out.
Yeah, we haven't said that yet. So I was thinking when you said what committee are we doing right now? This is LATH committee.
Oh.
Why you watching me? Why you watching me? Because
we both was lost at the same time. I had to spell it out.
Yeah. So I need to I'm gonna so again for those and Jay, I don't know if you weren't on yet, but for those this is probably, I don't know, 20th time we've done this. It's been a while. And so I started the whole first minute with the mic turned off, so nobody could hear anything. So eventually we'll get it together and figure out how to make this a smooth transition. But
This is the last worst podcast y'all are gonna see. We're gonna get it together.
yes,
This is the last worst podcast.
yes, because if I was really good, I would be able to share the picture and
What picture?
the picture of the picture of Kelly's article.
Oh.
I would be able to share that on the screen if I was really good.
Well, I will
So-
go ahead and drop the link. But this was Shout Out North Carolina magazine. It is a magazine that shouts out North Carolinians. So it has a lot of different people in there. There are artists, entrepreneurs, photographers, people who are pretty much living their passion, living what feeds them. My name was submitted by none other than J. Dwayne Garnett. So when the people
All we do is
contact me,
win.
no matter what,
No matter
no
what.
matter what, everybody hands go up. All right, we're not going. Okay, come back. Come back. Yeah. So they contacted me. They wanted to do a write up. I wasn't really feeling it because, is there anybody? Let me know in the chat. Is there anybody who likes talking about themselves? Even though I just said center me, I didn't mean it. I was just playing.
You like to sing
Jay, you like talking about yourself?
I'd
You
rather
like
me
to
tell the
sweat?
story than somebody else tell it.
That's true. But that's true. So anyway, it took me a while. Any of you who have been on the journey with me with the book, it was the same thing. I every step of the way with the book that I co-authored, I submitted my stuff on the deadline day. I was never early. It was deadline. So I was able to do that. There was a lot of things after I read it, I was like, stuff I want to say. Let's say some other things. So I guess I got to get out here and do some more stuff so they want to shout me out again so I can come back and say what it is I want to say. But it was a good experience. It was a good article. I will, like I said, I will drop it in the chat. I guess maybe Wayne is getting ready to do that.
I'm gonna try.
But what I the part where they asked about my career, looking back, I wanted to talk about the piece that pays me and the piece that lifts me when we talk about career. The part that pays me is my 8 to 5. That's what pays me. That is my child welfare piece. The job that lifts me is the advocacy work that we do. So I wish I would have tied in my work with sort of my passion because they kind of go together. I work in child welfare, but we're out here with the Poor People's Campaign fighting poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a direct tie to child welfare and the poverty piece because a lot of the people that we see, a lot of the cases that we see are poverty driven. People don't have enough food in the house for their children. People don't have electricity for their children. People are working 3 jobs, so their children are not properly supervised. Where if we could get a living wage for these families, if we could get stable housing for these families should not have to choose between buying food for their children and having a place for their children to stay. So we have to figure out a way to take people's poverty away and quit taking people's children away. So that is the thing that I want, had I embellished more on that career piece, and that was probably my shortest answer because I still need that paycheck, so I ain't gonna say a whole lot. But that was probably the shortest answer because that was probably the least, I don't want to say the least important thing, but kind of the least important thing, if that makes sense. Like everything else they talked about, like if someone comes to visit, like I want to show them how we live, what we do, So I like that question.
Mm-hmm.
I like the question about who else you want to shout out. But when they asked me about my career, it was a juggling act. So anyway, you know how it is when you have an argument with somebody and then when you walk away, it's like, I wish I would have said that. I wish I would have told him.
Mhm.
I would have thought about that. So anyway, I wish that I had, but now, the more I interview,
The better you gonna get.
I'm looking for another interview. So the more I interview, and the more I see people interviewed, because I was, in a position recently where I could see when somebody asks you a question, answer the question you want to answer. You don't really have to be there. You don't really have to have nothing to do with the question.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
they taught you that on Zootopia. Answer
yeah,
the question you want to answer.
answer the question you want to answer and filibuster. Just keep answering it for 10 minutes. Just do it. So, anybody looking for any media advice? Hit me up on the other side. We'll talk offline. Anybody looking for a media manager?
In the media. The media.
But anyway, it was a good experience. Jay. You are continuing to expand this box that I really like. I like my introvert box, but you keep peeling off the tape and folding, flattening corners and all of these things.
Doing
But
And to think you didn't like me when we first met, but I liked you.
well, I mean, that's if you like anybody, like that's everybody.
No, but you just don't
Everybody.
realize how consistent that is with all of my close friends.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be something like I don't be looking for no new friends.
Mm-hmm.
When
And
you
it
see
ain't that
Jay,
it wasn't that I didn't like you. It was just like
no, you wasn't.
it was just like how. And I don't want this to sound, because I ain't hating on Wayne because I love him. I've been with him for 31 years. But it was like how you wanted to give all your attention to Wayne, but I was the one who was Facebook friends with you.
Ma'am, you was an emblem. Why you was an emblem?
Regardless if I was just an image and not a real name, because I think at that time my name might have been.
You was a fierce.
What was my name?
I don't know, but you was a fierce.
K. My name was K.
Yep, it was KMW. And then I still ain't know it
K.
until I met you. I was like, oh, it makes sense
Yeah,
now.
I had spelled out my initials, KM and J. So now you've been able to see in real time when I say we Facebook friends.
But to be fair, now because I'm on the other side, this is probably why some people don't know you, because you probably was an emblem. Your name, this shit, like, they playing in my face. Ma'am,
Yeah,
they don't
it's
know
that.
your face.
It's that. But if I meet you face to face, and if I meet you face to face 3 times, and I got this little fella right here with me,
Don't
I
act like you.
mean,
Yeah.
at some point, I'm gonna need you to put something together. If you don't know my name, and this does happen to me a lot. They don't know my name, but they'll say, "Where's Wayne? How Wayne doing?" That at least lets me know they know who I am. But these people keep saying, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." Girl, we done met. We done met 3 times.
You the plus one. It's
And
Wayne.
I'm not gonna
You
meet
the
you.
plus
I refuse to meet you again. I refuse to meet you again. I
You the plus one.
refuse.
Wayne is where it's at.
I was gonna put
Oh yeah,
on the.
I am the plus one. That happened too. Like for real. I showed up and everybody's name was typed on this thing, and it was Wayne, and my name was Angus. Bruh. And these were people who know me. Like this wasn't an event that they didn't know, like Wayne might have registered. He didn't put my name down. These were people who are familiar with me. So you knew if Wayne was coming. And guess who did you think he was bringing? Jordan?
A guess.
Justin? Anyway, I ain't saying I feel no type of way about it, but
I think you do.
I feel like you do too.
I think you feel some type of way about it.
Anyway, anybody else out there?
I think you feel some type of way about it.
Anybody else out there? You just want to be seen.
Yeah. When I was gonna,
You want people to see you.
when I posted your article on Facebook, I was trying to do it before you did it, but I couldn't. You too fast.
And
I
y'all
was
did
gonna-
it, so y'all did the wrong link. That big old long link was up there.
I can't figure. I'm struggling.
Okay,
Yeah, you
Wayne,
saw
this
me.
how look.
You saw me.
And Jay, I have told you, we are officially the old people. Like I used to talk about having to help old people with the technology, and it was a struggle helping old people with technology. We are now officially the old people. We need help. We need help.
Y'all the
Ain't
young
that what
people
you say?
ministry.
Ain't that what you say?
Don't play in my face. Who said that? You said that. No, me who said it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I put it in there. But I thought you was gonna say what?
I remember saying that like from years and years ago. I don't know why it has resurfaced, but I
There's
like
been a
it
lot of
again.
people playing in our face.
Every
Wayne,
openly, Jay.
I emailed the overlay to you, so you download it and you upload it as an overlay. See, I'm
But
giving him
not
a
right
lesson.
now. We're gonna do it. We'll do
Okay,
it.
what,
Not in real time.
okay.
He can do it in
Alright.
real time. I'm gonna guide him through it. I'm here now.
So
I'm helping the senior citizens out.
Hey. Senior citizen.
I mean, he did just have a birthday. He's technically a senior citizen somewhere. I mean, if y'all are on TikTok, just go ahead and like, share, invite some people. Let's freak the algorithm.
Let me go.
I mean, it's not costing nothing. You're here. We appreciate you you joining us. And if you're here on Aunt Glenda, what did we just talk about last night? Hey, Roger Lee.
Yes. Hey, Roger Lee. I think we were talking about
Roger Lee, one of our new foot soldiers.
He is Roger Lee.
And so, I mean, I like this. I like how 2024 is starting up. We got Jay, who told us pretty much, don't talk to me about no politics. Now look at him being dragged to all these political events, and he likes it.
He loves it.
I like what?
Being dragged out to these political events. That's what my aunt used to say. Why you keep dragging Wayne? Don't be dragging Wayne out.
I like the pizza and getting to see Miss Glenda.
And Auntie's on here too, so don't talk
about saving the children. Yes, exactly. So yeah, so I wish that I would have talked more about that, but there will be another opportunity to talk about the 140 million poor and low wealth people in this country and how the first Poor People's Campaign kicked off and the minimum wage was
$1.25,
$1.25 in 1963. Today in 2024, minimum wage is $7.25.
We made a big $6
in 61 years.
Took 100 years to get to $1.25.
But yeah, so I can talk about this all the time. I mean, for a long time. But we have other things that we want to talk about. Wayne did an amazing job in Franklinton for their MLK program.
Thank you.
They have been trying to get him there for at least 3 years. At least 3 years. Last year, he caught COVID right before he was supposed to go. So 2 or 3 days before the event, COVID caught up with him. He was not able to go. They mailed us a hard copy of the program with his face and everything in it. It's really nice. So this year he was able to make it. He probably upset some people down there in Franklin County, so I'm glad we came on back to Wake County. Hey, if we're gonna celebrate the doc, we're gonna celebrate the doc. We ain't gonna leave him out there on the steps saying I have a dream. We're gonna talk about how his life got progressively worse after that. And I think you did a good job of that. I don't know. I was a little cringy when you just started calling people names out. You just call them boom, 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 boom. Those are your county commissioners. Boom, boom, boom. That's your school board members. Call them out there. Let the people know.
I was just letting them know.
Engage with these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did an amazing job.
I mean, they had a wonderful thing. I mean, first of all, transforming a dream, and unity is up to us. So they had put an action item on the thing. So unity and working and following the legacy of Dr. King is knowing your community. If you're going to know your community, then you have to know who is making decisions for your community. So for those who maybe didn't know their people, I just ran down the list of, their county commissioners, their council members, their mayor, their school board, their sheriff, their crossing guard.
You did.
And whoever, else is making decisions. So, yeah. Gotta know.
So we hope everybody enjoyed their extended weekend and that you did make it a day on instead of a day off. It's not too late. Find a service project for this month and throughout the year that you can put your hands to the plow, because as Dr. King said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve.
Mm-hmm. So there is the
Correct link.
yeah.
Did you drop it on the
I was trying to upload it, but I'm being old and couldn't figure out.
That whole
But-
paragraph he dropped.
Yeah, so I mean,
oh
yeah, but so yeah, for anybody that, so there's the link right there. You can see Kelly's article. So we are again thankful, but yes, day of service, and again, Dr. King's birthday has kind of turned into Thanksgiving and Christmas, and just you celebrate it while it's here, and then as soon as it's over, it's back to everyday life. So we need to make sure we continue to pick up that link. Did I put all of that on Facebook?
no, that was me. I'm
Oh.
taking it off. Yeah, and so we and this is we get into, I'm not gonna say trouble, but it gets to be a little contentious where we are in these organizations and they want to continue to invite people because they're elected officials. At some point we got to stop inviting these people just because they hold positions if they don't hold the same values that the organizations that we're representing hold. It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, I mean, invite them to the program.
They can come to the program. They don't need a platform.
They don't need a platform.
We're in agreement with that, but a lot of people are not. So,
Yeah.
So we're halfway through.
Dr. King
Just
never
about.
had Bull Connell speak. George Wallace speak. He didn't have the president speak. He didn't have none of them speak. But he worked with them and they had to. But
He worked with them.
yeah, but they weren't speakers on the program.
Nope.
So
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much.
guess a lot of the stuff we don't have the tough conversations about. A lot of organizations have become symbolic, not necessarily or ceremonial, and not necessarily action oriented like we would like. And I think sometimes we're disillusioned. And when I say we, even including me, like when we have. Since I've known y'all, one of the things I think about now more than anything, like what are the things that I'm passionate about, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am a working class adult, so I typically think about the working class adult. I typically think about how the working class is the one that's often not thought about. Like there's so many programs, for instance, for the poor and the elderly and the rich. But
Mhm.
the working class, we working so we won't be poor. But what is the benefit of not being poor? What's what I'm saying? And I can't get up into the 3% or 5% or whatever the percent they are. I can't make it there. So it's like efficiency is important to me. Now that I'm a single black mother from the 80s, as you say what?
Go. I was told Wayne I need a cough button, but go ahead, Jay.
I mean, that didn't work.
Too late. But
Hold on.
in the middle of the show, right? In the middle, we are learning. We are literally y'all seeing how the sausage is made. But yes, you are absolutely right. And I think that's a concern that a lot of people in the middle class have, that they are kind of forgotten about. Like we don't. A lot, especially in these political times, a lot of people don't talk about the middle class. I think because they feel like right now it's a stable class. Right.
Well, those are the ones that, like, when people talk about taxing, for instance, the taxation, it's not the rich that are really being taxed; it's the working class that are being taxed.
Absolutely.
And so, you talked about the three, like, it was 30 million without health insurance. Those 30 million without health insurance was actually working class. There wasn't the poor.
Right.
And I think it's compounded for me because I am a single black mother from the 80s, but a single black father right now. And I'm a minority group that is often overlooked, not thought about, and I'm working class. So I feel that extra burden that I think is I often feel overlooked in a lot of discussions. And even from the discussion last night, when they talk about, let's face it, the moms are the ones being home with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at one right now eating Subway.
Yeah.
And you are not a mom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How often you get left out of that?
And it's just
The
like a lot of
fathers.
those things that are now important to me. And we talked about it last night. Like efficiency is what's important to me. I don't want to hear you talking about doing any more taxes until we really do a great job of figuring out what we're doing with the taxes we have right now. And let's be honest, I done figured out a life with this tax. Don't add no more to it. And
That's
don't give me a bonus and then tax me on it later like that other thing was. Can we get efficiency in place? And can we get people that care? And can we get organizations that go back to their core being?
And
if you're a social action one, be a social action organization. I don't want to come to no more awards. I don't want to come to no more banquets. No more banquets.
No more chicken.
No more breakfasts.
No more leg quarters on a paper plate. I don't want that.
Hold up now.
Like
never?
What you talking about? For a social action organization?
Oh, I mean, you got to eat sometimes.
Now, if we're talking about, the shepherd's flock, that's different. That's a social action ministry.
We will take a leg quarter on a paper.
Right. Right. And the cakes.
Expeditiously.
All the cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think a lot of organizations hide behind what they used to be and don't realize you're not that now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's real. And that is real literally and figuratively. There are a lot of organizations out here that what you think it is not what it is. And if you pay close enough attention, and as always in everything, follow the money, you're going to find out exactly what the organization is. And then what do you do about it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's time to, again, to hold them accountable, make them do what they say they're going to do. These organizations and people. So we are coming into February. January is almost gone. Not rushing it away. February is on the way. Valentine's Day is on the way. Black History Month. What else happening in February?
It's Frederick Douglass's birthday.
Frederick Douglass' birthday.
Is this a pop quiz? I don't.
I mean, just what else is going on in February?
Marlon's having a birthday. Marlon having a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you started the conversation. Are we going somewhere? Like you just, what are we doing?
I was just talking about February.
Okay.
That was his preacher's warm up.
Like, let me know.
It's leap year.
We do get an extra day, so I hope you all are going to make the most of this extra day that you got this year. We can do more in 24. You got 24 more hours.
One more day
24 more hours
in this year to do something.
What are you planning to do with your extra 24 hours this year?
And the people that were born on February the 29th, they are
they 8 years old. You 8.
Yeah, they're a quarter the age of everybody else that was born.
Even though you graduated in 72, you still 8.
You're still 8 years old. You're still 8 years old. So we had our MLK celebration with Holly Springs that went very well, in spite of some challenges we had with the power going out.
We're not going to talk about it.
Oh.
Power,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't by no fault of our own. So I don't know what happened. Somebody hit a substation. So in the middle of our breakfast, we lost power. But Dr. Hannah Broom
Brought the power.
certainly brought it.
She had all the power.
She had all power.
Yes. In the dark.
She definitely shed some light in the darkness.
Yes.
So.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I thought I saw Naroshi on here. I'll let her know we're pushing her products.
Oh, I can't tell, but it is Girl Scout cookie season.
Yes.
Already?
Yes.
I know.
You better keep them little people away from me because I have
you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them everywhere.
No. They
And it's
demons.
early
And
because
have
I
to
felt
bite.
like Girl Scout cookies didn't used to come out until Valentine's Day. So I don't
Mhm.
know. Somebody can let me know if I'm wrong about that. But yeah, so they're out.
I-
We have a shipment.
I am one of them little people.
You got
Jay,
them
He is a pusher.
you got
I'm
the
a-
He a cookie
lemonades.
pusher.
Y'all got
I
them
got 'em.
lemonades in them thin mints.
I got them, and I deliver.
But this is my question. Why them thin mints done got little? Them sleeves done got smaller over the years.
Listen, I took one of the packages out and it literally fits in the palm of my hand, the whole package. And I was like, what is it, Jay? They don't quit playing in my face with these little cookies.
Quit playing in my face with these cookies. And I'm of age when I remember the
$5
original
to
aluminum
save.
foil. You remember them
Yeah,
aluminum foil sleeves they used to come in?
and
Now
them
it's
long
plastic.
sleeves.
Right.
You got about 8 cookies. But buy them though, because you know, buy the cookies because you know these little girls need their badges.
Mhm.
These little girls need their badges. Okay, I
Where
got
they
thin
make the
mints for you,
cookies
Angela.
at?
And Miss Glenda, I had them last night too. Did you see? Oh, you was already gone. Wayne was hustling them
Why
out the
you
back of
ain't
the
tell
car.
me you had them? It be your
Where were
own
you?
people.
Y'all, you must have. Yeah, you was already gone too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
And
I
you were parked right beside me.
yeah, and I didn't even think about it until we got ready to go, and I opened up the trunk and saw them. So and yeah, there was only a
I
few
done broke
people
y'all
left.
window. They be like, who broke in our car and took these cookies?
Yeah, I think I'm yeah. So, but I
I don't
deliver.
know.
So we are right now in the middle of what do they call that? What they do in Iowa and in the middle of caucus. The caucuses, the caucusing. We're in the middle of caucus season.
That just don't
So
sound right.
I
It
mean,
don't.
that's
It
what they
don't.
doing. That's what they doing out here.
It don't. It
And
don't.
so, listen, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. Like for probably the last year, I don't watch a lot of TV because it was becoming so heavy and draining to always see the same thing and to know that these people on TV really don't want to tell us what's really going on. Like you're gonna keep showing me this man who has been indicted, who has 91 indictments. Y'all put him on TV because he gets you ratings. You don't really care about the damage that he's doing to the country. So I just kind of stopped watching TV. But every now and again, I do get to see, you know, some things I do still want to be informed about what's going on. He is the front runner on the other side. He won the Iowa caucus. He won the New Hampshire caucus. And so now I think they're moving into South Carolina. So on the other side over there, the people that are going to be on the ballot against Joseph Robinette Biden.
Sleepy Joe.
November is going to be Nikki Haley or it's going to be DJT.
Nimrata.
Nimrata Haley, who just this week said America has never been a racist country, but she experienced racism. She was born in this country. So if you were born in this country and you have experienced racism, you were probably in a racist country. Now, Jay, you have an interesting take on that. The racist country versus experiencing racism. Now, go ahead and then I'm going to, well, actually, let me go ahead. So I don't know that you can say that this is not a racist country when at one point in this country for about 300 years, you could only be enslaved if you were Black. So the first affirmative action benefited white people because if you were white, you can be enslaved. So that's the one thing. Then we had this thing called a 3/5 compromise where only Black people were considered 3/5 of a human being.
Mhm.
Now, if you're not in a racist country, I don't know how that's possible. And with all of these, like every time Black people, regardless of what you throw, and these stereotypes of Black people being lazy, like ever since they ended slavery and we stopped working for free, we've been lazy. But every time we mind our Black business and start building these communities, like Rosewood, like Tulsa, like Wilmington. Here comes the white terrorism, the white lash, and wipes it all out and just kills people. So I don't know how you can be, and it's not, that's not like a slip of the tongue. Like she knows what she's saying. She knows what she's saying. So I don't understand like how you can, and that side over there loves to say that the other side is, like they love to play the race card or whatever.
Mhm.
But they're the ones that's always talking about it. And the question that was asked to her was, are you in a racist party? Is the GOP a racist party? And her answer was, this is not a racist country. Again, answer the question you want to answer, regardless of what people ask you. So,
Mhm.
Jay, talk to us about the difference between being in a racist country and actually dealing with racism.
Well, the problem is when we talk about racist, it's speaking about a racist country, but when you think about it, when people talk about a racist, it usually is pointed to intention or a person. It's easier for people to acknowledge that racism exists, but it's harder for people to acknowledge who's the racist. And since we're dealing with systemic racism at this point, systemic and systematic racism, no one can deny the fact that racism exists. I think, but what people struggle is racists are the ones who perpetuate the racism that is already in place. But the racism existed because of the racist that started the process. And I think that the argument goes back and forth because, which is true, because of racism, racist behavior can be perpetuated by non-racists, meaning there are people who can benefit from a racist agenda. There are people who give into racist stereotypes all the time on both sides of the spectrum, but it's hard to pinpoint who's actually the racist. So when we have these conversations, it's really more of semantics, because you have people on the other side who do encourage and say, it's like, we struggle so much with being honest, and this is probably a trauma response only because I just got another podcast and that was trauma filled too. It's like we have disillusioned ourselves so much, where we've psyched ourselves out so much that we can't even be honest when it's time to be honest.
Some of us, I can be honest, I don't have no problem saying this was a racist country. And the people who
Right.
they love to say the founding fathers, these founding fathers, these racist
Well,
people,
I think
these
about
racist people who own people at the time that they was writing the Constitution, that you literally are owning people, but you're pinning the words.
right. It's like
has
it
a
wasn't for
right
the
to-
people. We wouldn't consider the people at the time it was written.
Right.
And I agree, but I think
And of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't everybody. I don't even need to say that. Like right now, the 1%. Nobody's saying everybody's a billionaire, but it's enough of them to shake this country. So of course, not everybody was owning slaves, but it was enough of them. It was enough of them to shape the way the people who were making the laws. Those were the people who were owning the people.
and even if you say you didn't own a slave, that doesn't mean you didn't benefit from slavery. So it's a lot of things
today still,
or even yesteryear.
But okay.
Even yesteryear, like just because you didn't own slaves, that doesn't mean you didn't benefit from slavery,
and are still benefiting from.
Right.
And are still benefiting. Like
I just want to change that narrative, because people always say you didn't have slaves. Yeah, you may not have had slaves, but you benefited from it.
Right. And are still. Again,
right.
let's talk about Nimrata. Nimrata, who will say, my family didn't own slaves. We were not even from this country. My parents are from Punjabi. Why did they come here? Why did they come to this country? Because Black people for free were building up the economic system of this country. So people wanted to be here because that's where the prospering was.
Mm-hmm.
So because you were not from here, and because you were not actively owning people here, you came here to benefit from the system that Black people were building on their back, literally, with stripes and blood and whips and missing limbs. through rape and selling off children. You came to take part in that. Your family came here to this country because it was thriving. It was thriving in cotton, with cotton and tobacco and sugar. And Black people made this country the powerhouse that it was, that made other people want to come here. So don't come here saying we're not even from here. We didn't own, but you came to benefit from it. You came here to benefit from that system. And still today, J.P. Morgan, Chase Bank, people who were bankrolling slave ships, people who were responsible for Black people losing their homes, people who are responsible for wiping out 70% of Black wealth with those horrible mortgage loans, people who are still right now not loaning money to Black people. And I ain't saying Wayne asked for that. I'm just saying because he walked in a bank and his name was Wayne William, they probably was gonna give him a loan. He didn't ask for it, but he's benefiting from it. So, are you scared? You scared? You all right?
I'm good.
Why your eyeball so big? What happened?
I'm good.
I just feel like what's happening too, which kind of ticks me off. Like, for instance, when I experienced racism, and I'm just now, and I sued a company that I worked for, and won, but it was how racism is defined. Like, we know that there's a such thing as a racist culture, racist environment, but the law is set up that somebody had to be racist. So I couldn't say, like, when you walked into the room, there was an air of racism. It's who is racist. So when you start talking about who picks the law, there are very few, like, who picks how the law is interpreted. You have people who speak in that manner. You see what I'm saying? And that's what infuriates me, because it's like the reason why they can negate it, because you set up the law to never include it. So I can't say there's a racist air. How can a country be racist? We're a republic. How can the republic be racist? Because the people within the republic is.
Right.
And the principles of that republic were founded on racism. I think that's what people don't want to acknowledge.
And they continue to perpetuate it.
Yeah, your whole fundamental principles were founded upon that.
And Jay, so you will understand when people are saying, this is why I don't like my politicians to focus too much on reaching across the aisle and making compromises. Because compromises, normally we get the short end of the stick in any compromise. The 3/5 compromise,
the Missouri compromise,
the compromise in 1877 that gave us Jim Crow.
All them compromises.
So don't talk to me about the compromising with people who don't even see us as fully human. Don't talk to me about compromising. Don't talk to me about reaching across the aisle, because these people have told us. They've told us who they are by the bills that they sign and by the bills they don't sign. And right now, I don't know. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about the news. I don't know how many of us know that there is right now an immigration bill that is ready to be presented and signed off on.
Yes.
But people in the House will not bring it to a vote because they don't want Joseph Robinette Biden to get, I have to say that because I saw his name on there. I was like, who is? Who's Joseph Robinette? But yeah, they don't want him to get credit. They want to continue to say Democrats don't want to do nothing about immigration, but they have. It's a bipartisan bill.
A whole bill that's going to give
security. But let me know if anybody, y'all type. Let me know in the chat right now. Let me know TikTok. Has anybody seen that on the news that they have this bill that's ready to be signed? They talk so much about wanting to fix immigration. There is a bill in the House right now that is ready. It's ready to be presented, voted on, and signed.
But the Speaker of the House will not bring it to a vote.
I guess
the Caucasian caucus, the extremists have told the Speaker of the House.
The Caucasian caucus?
Yeah, the Caucasian caucus, yeah.
Okay.
The Caucasian caucus.
I'm familiar with the Black caucus.
They're the Caucasian caucus. They
the one out there caucusing. Yeah. They're caucusing in Iowa.
But those extremists in there, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, who's the gentleman who was always with Can't think of his name. The
I don't know. It could be anybody. Matt Gates.
Matt Gates. But so
Jim
what?
Jordan.
All
any
of
of
them,
them.
all of them had told the Speaker of the House that if you bring this to a vote, you will be the second McCarthy, because we will run you out of here. And that's what they've told the Speaker of the House. So the Caucasian Caucus is now, again, trying to hide this information. But again, this is what the news is not going to tell and come out and share. And this is what really the whole Democratic Party needs to be shouting from the mountaintop. They need to be letting everybody know that there's a bill right now that is ready to be passed. It's already made it through where it needs to be, and the House Speaker will not bring it to a vote.
Yes. So, and this is where when we talk about engaging with your lawmakers, because we need to be calling everybody that's in the House of Representatives and telling them, bring this bill to a vote.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna keep putting these are people that you keep putting on these buses and planes and shipping them across the country, trafficking people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna keep doing that, then if you really want to do something about immigration, you right now have the power to do it. So call them tomorrow. Call your congressman tomorrow and tell them pass that doggone bill.
Mm-hmm. So San said, yeah, she saw it. And Rump, I like that name, Rump.
Mm-hmm.
Rump told them not to pass it because Biden would get credit for doing something.
It's ridiculous.
So that's the games they play.
Right. But you're going to tell me that you're going to compromise with these people?
Yeah. Yeah, these ain't the people you can
As
compromise.
my representative, you going to tell me you're going to reach across the aisle to these people so they can slap you in your face? They're going to stomp your hand and slap you in your face and send you right on the back across the aisle with your tail tucked between your legs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to me about reaching across the aisle because they don't want it.
So
they don't want it.
Everybody in North Carolina tomorrow needs to call.
That was TikTok.
Needs to call Theodore, Ted Budd, and Tom Tillis.
Those are our senators.
Yeah, those are our senators. Need to call them tomorrow.
It's in the House.
And tell them, but they need to tell them to make some noise and tell that Speaker of the House to put it up for a vote.
Find out who your congressman
I
is.
have though, guys, and I have to say this. It's like we can pass all these other things, but the Black American population still haven't gotten what they need.
What they need? We can talk about that too. We got 2 minutes.
We got just 2 minutes.
We got 6 minutes.
I guess what it is that I'm tired of us thinking. We think of everyone, and people use blacks to get what they need. And as soon as it passed, Black people are still the most marginalized. And as a Black man, I experience more of it, and I don't get anything in return. And that's so frustrating. Like, we'll pass this. Like, it's sad that we got something for immigration, and we still ain't got reparations for Blacks.
Yeah, and how are we going to get that?
It's sad we got concessions for everybody else who could connect to it. Everybody connect to the Black struggle in one way or another, get their bill passed, but they never reach back and say, we still ain't helped our Black brothers and sisters.
Yep. And so
how much more inconvenience
how do we get that? First of all, you gotta know, you bring up this heavy stuff. You gotta know what it is that you want. There's gotta be, you'll say, they ain't done nothing for the Black people. Tell me what you asked for. Tell me the one thing you asked for. Because I remember when Clyburn helped Joe Biden win South Carolina, y'all said, get a Black VP, put a Black woman on the Supreme Court, and cancel the student loan debt.
Check, check, check.
So,
I don't qualify.
Some other things. So
that's trauma for me.
You have to know what it is that you want. If you say to me, the Democrats ain't doing nothing for Black people, I'm gonna ask you first of all, what the Republicans doing for them?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying the Democrats. I'm saying people. Period. Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna ask you that first, and then I'm gonna ask you, what is it that you have asked them for?
Mm-hmm.
What have you asked them for?
I just want privilege. I want the same privilege.
Now, I don't know that they can legislate privilege. And one thing you do know, if they put the word Black in it,
I have a problem.
When they wrote that bill, when they was trying to help the Black farmers, it's still being held up in court. When they put the word Black in it, those people that other people want to reach across the aisle to, they always find a way to send it back. So
Yeah.
what is it that you want, and how we
It's
gonna
about
get
to
there?
be
Because
too much trauma,
we
'cause
can't
I'm
keep
about to-
saying we want reparations, but we ain't going out. We're not even going out to vote. Like our voting percentage rate is not even at 30%. So what do you can't say you want reparations, because the only way to get that if somebody legislates it. And the only way you can get somebody to legislate it is if you vote for them. So if you're not voting, you really don't want reparations. It's not possible. It's not
I
possible.
just want privilege.
Yeah,
I hate that I hate that there's certain things in place in order to be a law. Like I hate that there's basically a law to be in place to count me as a human.
Right.
That
You
alone
gotta-
is like
you gotta
that alone-
legislate our humanness. That's
right.
ridiculous.
So it's like when you
Mhm.
ask that question, I'm like, the fact that there is legislation already in place, that is mind-boggling to me. So my ask is, can I get the same privilege, please? Can you legislate that? Can we start this
and they're
over?
not going to. They're never going to. These are the people who didn't even want you to be a person. But
And
they
I'm
want
like
us.
this. I didn't ask for the boat ride over here. Can you send me back with accommodations?
Mind black business. Mind your black business.
Let me
And
be
here
my,
you go
look,
being marched off to the slave ships.
listen.
Anyway.
Liberia part 2. I mean, just if you're gonna take me, y'all started a whole place for them, but what about the ones you left here? You started a whole country, said we did them wrong and shipped them over there. Started a whole country. What about us? We stuck here with y'all.
They never meant for us to survive this.
Yeah.
They never thought we would. They never thought we would.
And
But
then
look
it's
at
so
us.
strict to get a passport. If you want to get rid of me, let me get this passport quick.
Sign off on it. That's part of reparations. Black people go to the front of the line with these passports. Sam said, why do Republicans fear that dude more than they fear God? But they will tell you he was sent by God.
They don't took.
He is the God. He is their God.
They don't say he the savior now.
Now, yesterday I saw, or the day before, these people were in line and they were asking them about why they were voting for him, and they were saying, because the liberals, they love to blame everything on the liberals. This one man even said that the George Floyd thing was made up, that the police officer never had his knee on the man's neck. The reporter asked him, "Did you see the video?" He said, "No, I haven't seen the video." Now, I can talk about how ridiculous that man is, but the important thing that I need to know is that he is in line to vote.
Yes.
He was in line to vote. So how are we going to counter that?
They
How
said
we
they
gonna
couldn't
counter
hear
that?
me, Kelly, over there in TikTok. You got to sum up my statement because they couldn't hear me.
Yeah, and I don't know how to fix that. You got to help the seniors. You got to help the senior citizens.
Yeah.
You got to help the senior citizens get your voice to the TikTok voice.
And I thought we had it one time, but it didn't work.
Yeah, we had this little cord coming over here, so I don't know. I don't know, Jay. We really need a whole studio. But anyway, we I don't know that we have anything else that we want to get in right quick. So Jay, we're gonna start closing out our show with a disembarkation message. But we're at the helm. We're on the ship. You embark.
I know.
You go. When it's time to leave, you disembark. So we're gonna sail into our disembarkation process, and we're gonna leave you with something to keep you encouraged. So I just want to say it is January. We are 25 days in. I don't know if you made a resolution, if you had things you want to do in January, if you've already quit it because it didn't get past 11 days. I just want you to know that at any point you can start over. January 1 doesn't mean anything to anybody but human beings. The deer outside, the dogs outside, the bugs outside, they don't know anything about January 1. So at any point you can pick up, you can start over. 9 o'clock, you can start over at 9:05. So because you didn't, maybe you didn't see what you saw in the first 11 days, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Okay, you feel inspired?
I do.
Okay, get off this boat. You know how they do when they put you off the boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they get it, beat it. Exactly what they say.
Get off. Keep
Beat
moving.
Beat it. Beat it.
Give us a like. Hit like, hit share, even though you can't hear our guests. We'll figure that out for next time.
And they were liking on here too. I saw some hearts go up. Yes. But yes, you are so much more than what anyone else says you are. You can be, whatever you desire to be. So yeah, you really, it was hard to come back at what you said. You were really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like the boat thing.
Yeah.
So
So-
before we started, I asked them, "What do so now we need a name for it. So y'all want to name our disembarkation period? And again, this is when we're supposed to end the show, but Wayne, for whatever reason, never
Look,
wants to end the show.
motivational excursions. I just like it. But
Ooh,
I like
excursion.
load of money. Yeah. So Sam said, and it's just as important, if not more important, to vote for the senators, congressmen being sent to Washington. They are more important than the one person in the White House. Yes, Sam.
And your local people.
Yes.
Your local people who determine every day if you're gonna have Medicaid in the state.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna have a good public school system in this state. So the local elections is where it's at. All elections, all politics are local. Your mayor, your city council, your county commissioners,
Your school board.
your governor. The governor's race is going to be interesting.
I just tell them who all them people is.
No, because we got to go.
my disembark. What you say? What is it called?
I don't know.
What do you call it? Something
He called it a motivational excursion.
I like that.
But we're leaving those. I guess you're still getting off the boat.
Yeah, you
got to get off the boat for them excursions.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna go with this one because I like the boat thing. Be anchored in something. That's
Talk
mine.
about it.
Be anchored in something. Like if you don't know, it's okay to be ignorant to certain things. It's not okay to stay ignorant. Once you discover that you're ignorant to something, learn about it and make sure that you're making sound decisions. Make sure that you do things with conviction. Be 100% anchored in whatever it is that you stand by.
That's good. That's good.
I need my tamarine.
And so they helped me remember what I was gonna say. Because he was saying you have to know and you have to be. So again, part of.
So for those on TikTok who didn't hear, Jay said, "Be anchored in something." We're staying with our ship thing.
Yes.
Be anchored in something. Even if you don't know something right now, you can know it. That is the beauty of knowledge. It's out there. Seek it. Go find it. Be anchored in it.
Be anchored in it. Now you get took me on because I mind they had nothing to do with no ship. But it was. It does. Again. Ooh, y'all gonna quit playing in my face.
Right? It don't feel good, dude. It don't feel good. It's like just be playing.
Y'all gonna quit playing in my face.
And I was trying to show Wayne how to do it. Wayne, did you ever upload the thing?
No, you did. I mean, no, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm figure it out though.
I was telling you what to do.
But yes, I know we're gonna figure it out because you're gonna stay on here a few minutes. You're gonna walk me through it. You're gonna walk me through it.
But then the people won't see it.
Oh, but you put it up there though.
Never mind.
Didn't you put it up there?
No. How can I put it up there, Wayne? I'm not the owner of this.
Hold on, you said that was the right link though. Hold on.
I'm the guest though.
Okay, Wayne is gonna give us the final word. I am going to. I don't know because when I tried to post the link, it was long too, Jay. So
no, I sent him the flyer.
Okay, so everybody hold tight. Y'all be patient with us.
But Wayne has the final word.
So my final word is you. So again, we are at the helm. So you can control your destiny. So again, just like you were saying, Jay said we got to be anchored. We have to make sure that we become informed. And that's one thing we want to do because when you are uninformed, then you can be misinformed.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make sure that you are informed and know, because again, if you're uninformed, you can be misinformed. So at least know, find somebody who knows or inform yourself. Just vote any and every chance you get. Yes, Sam, that is so, so important. And, the long game, that's what they've been playing forever and ever and ever and ever. And we have to realize that, it's not going to be done in one election or two, but put people in, they don't act right, put them out.
Can I tie you and Jay's together? Jay said be anchored in something. about going out because you don't know it, don't mean you can't know it. And you said be informed, make sure you're not misinformed. And just to tie it all together, just know that information is not necessarily knowledge. We're bombarded every day with information. Misinformation is not necessarily knowledge. So be anchored in something. It's not too late. Let me pull mine in here. You can start being anchored tomorrow, and just know that all information is not good information. We are the biggest target for misinformation because they know the power of our voting block. Don't throw that away. So I guess you didn't have the final word. That was it.
That was good. Okay, so those who still got some time for us,
Yeah, now we can hop on TikTok after dark.
we're going to, but Jay finna walk me. So Jay, I downloaded it, so I got it in my downloads. So what I do now, I was trying to figure out how to upload it.
I can't hear Jay.
Where Jay
Oh,
go?
be at the
muted.
hem of your knowledge and get anchored.
Watch out now.
Come on.
Oh, that was the quick. That was that quickening. That
Yeah.
quickening.
Okay,
That quickening.
Wayne, I think it's in your marketing section where your branding stuff is. You can did you download it already?
Yeah, so it's in my
Yeah, Kim,
downloads
be
on my
anchored.
computer.
Be anchored, Kim. And happy birthday, Kim.
Right. Okay.
Belated
Now
birthday.
in your actual interface of StreamYard, you see where the branding stuff is?
We doing this
Branding.
live?
Yes, brand.
End this show.
Right. You see where it says
End this show.
overlay?
Right now. End it.
You see where it
Hold on,
says
let's see.
overlay? She say end it now, right now.
Brand, classic.
Scroll down.
We're
Overlay.
learning.
I
We're
see-
learning
I
with
see
Wayne.
overlay.
Okay, you see
We're
the
learning with
plus? You see
Wayne.
the plus symbol?
So add an overlay.
Yep. Now you're gonna upload that what I just sent you.
You better go ahead.
Did it upload?
All right.
Hold on. Well, I got to get it from a download.
Now you acting like your wife.
No, I'm in there.
Sure.
Or,
Like,
Like I gotta
or
down-
anybody. Or
She's
anybody.
like, I had to download it and save it. I always gotta save it. Remember you was doing
Anybody
it? I'm like,
Emily.
why?
And I'm still doing that because
Okay.
the way y'all was doing it didn't make no sense to me.
so that ain't enough.
That's just like you.
I knew we shouldn't have tried to do it live. I knew it.
I mean,
In the
hey,
Lord,
I
in
knew
the
it.
Lord,
in the
my soul's
Lord.
been
Oh, let me
anchored.
go ahead and throw this
anchored
out
in
for
the
all
Lord.
of our people who are listening. We are going to attempt to do a Black Nativity in Holly Springs this year for Christmas. So we have 11 months. Actually, we have about 9 months because we want to be ready by October. Stay tuned for more information. Don't say you didn't know.
So
Please
McCullum
don't.
Brothers, we might need you.
And whoever else.
They definitely could be the singing three wise men, at least 3 of them.
No
Oh,
good
you want me to go
shepherd.
on and tell them now? Because I'm talking to Ray now.
Tell Ray, get ready to be a
Mhm.
wise man. We 3 kings of Orient.
We may
That might be
need-
my note. That might be my note right there, Jay.
No good shepherd.
And you was holding your note on lift every voice and sing.
That I don't have the diaphragm for that. I can sing it, but it don't have no tune to it normally.
All right, Jason, hold on.
And
Okay,
it's in
so
Holly Springs, right?
Yep.
Holly Springs.
okay, so where did you emailed it to me, right? So I got it. But I thought
you
you said I had to download it.
Yeah, did you download it?
Yeah, so it's in my downloads. I'm looking at
We're
it.
still here live.
Right.
Live.
I'm looking at it. So when I click add
If you're
overlay,
on, I don't really understand how this TikTok works either. Like
add overlay.
we
Right.
need likes.
So when I go to my download,
Okay. Yep. Like. We're gonna get this up and posted for y'all. Like it's dead air. Like this is we're not supposed to have dead air. Do no.
keep talking then.
But his lip was moving, but nut was
podcast
coming.
101. That's podcast 101.
His lip was moving, but nut was coming out. So I was confused. Like
That's the trembling. That's the trembling of him trying to figure this out.
It's making my head hurt. Hold on.
He talking about I downloaded. It ain't in the downloads.
It ain't, and that's what's weird.
Well, we'll do it next time. We'll get all this together next time.
We will. We will.
I'll stay on and we'll figure it out.
All right,
Now,
we're gonna.
you
we're
can
gonna
share your
fi-
screen with me and I'll look at it.
Okay, so we finna All right, so you've heard all of your motivational excursions. You've heard your disembarkation
You got your disembarkation papers.
papers. We will see you the next time. Thank you, Carolyn, Pilot, Stan, all the folks who joined us this evening. Thank y'all. We will be back. Jay, appreciate you.
We might be thinking about taking this thing weekly. Maybe. No.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't
Maybe
know.
not.
But anyway, we out.
We're still here with Facebook. I mean, with TikTok though.
TikTok. We're gonna stay here with TikTok. We're gonna see if we can't get on.
I don't know how.